So in the 2022 NFL Draft, Bryce Young was selected by the Carolina Panthers as the #1 overall pick to come into their team and change the franchise around. Now, Bryce Young struggled tremendously throughout his first season, but there was a lot of excuses there being made about the offensive line, the receiving core that he had at the time. And this new season, this 2024 season, is seen as a way for Bryce Young to recapture the flair. This was supposed to be his chance to show the world that Bryce Young is indeed deserving of being a #1 overall pick. But from just what we've seen throughout this season is looking bleak right now for Bryce Young. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why Bryce Young is struggling and why he could potentially be a bust for the Carolina Panthers. I know it's sad to say, but before we get into all that good stuff, guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and liking the video, because we do football, we cover football, and all that good stuff. All right, so without further yaps, let's get right into the content. So coming out of college, Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy, meaning he was one of the best quarterbacks coming into the draft class, and he actually became the first overall pick. So this guy is actually a good quarterback. Bryce Young, by nature, is a good quarterback. He knows what to do on the field. He knows how to distribute the ball, but we don't know what is going on right now when it comes to Bryce Young. We saw how much the Panthers put in effort to make the core around Bryce Young really good. They amped up their offensive line. They amped up the entire team. They have a whole receiving core out there. They drafted Xavier Legette. They have Deontay Johnson. The team looks astronomically better than it did in seasons past. And now Bryce Young technically has everything he needs to lead this team deep into the season. He has literally everything he needs to not be beaten 10-47. Now, guys, I am a Panthers fan. I love this team. The person that got me into football really supports this team, and that's how I really started to fuck with a team and like a team. It was through the Carolina Panthers. But to just see the struggles that Bryce Young is going through and him not actually adapting, because the team has gotten better on a fundamental level and he hasn't gotten better with the team, is honestly frustrating. Like, I mean, this was literally his first snap of the season, y'all, and he threw an interception. Like, who the hell are you throwing to? He had Adam Thielen wide open. All he had to do was put this over the safety and get Adam Thielen in there to catch the ball. But again, Bryce Young, the arm talent is not there. It is not showing. We aren't seeing the Bryce Young that we want to see, and this is scary. And it will be completely fine to say, okay, it's Bryce Young's first play of the season. There's a lot of nerve there. He has to kind of come together with his receivers, try to understand everything that's going on. We get that, but to then go again and throw another pick, an even worse pick, it is surreal to me. Like, this is the same game versus the Saints, and our boy Bryce Young just threw the ball to the other team. Like, there was no way that ball was getting to the receiver. He literally just threw that ball to the Saints. You cannot be real. You are a first-round pick, first overall pick. That cannot be happening twice in a game. All right, Bryce? That shows that you suck. And the reason why I think Bryce Young is sucking, I think first of all, it's the first game of the season. And also, there's a lot of people around Bryce Young. There's a lot of newcomers, new people in that room. But my problem with this is the last pick that he threw, both of those picks were to Adam Thielen. He knows Adam Thielen. He's had a year with Adam Thielen. So the fact that he cannot just get this ball to his receivers is just shocking to me, especially a receiver that he's built a core relationship with. It's sad to see this happen to Bryce Young. And I think the coolest part of this whole thing is obviously the memes. This is Bryce Young next month, bro. This man is literally selling fast food.
Really? Yeah. You said one Kenya combo with extra fries, with unsweet tea and extra cane sauce. Anything else?
This guy doesn't look like he should be on a football field. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you can be short and play football, but you cannot be Bryce Young and play football. It's crazy how not muscular he is, not strong or scary looking he is. He literally looks like a kid. He looks like a middle schooler. Riley, you probably catch that reference. It's just wild how unimpressively built Bryce Young Young is, and the fact that he's struggling, it speaks volumes, because you shouldn't be this unathletic but still not be mentally crazy and a mental genius in the game of football. Like, you can lack the physical, but I expect your mental to be on point. But Bryce Young's mental is not on point, and that is the sad part. Do you guys think he can actually go through this season and turn everything around and prove me wrong? Because I hope he does. My honest take is that this is the make or break season for Bryce Young. He is struggling because it's the first game of the season. Hopefully he gets everything together. The team is pretty new, but once that is together, say halfway through the season, and he doesn't perform, we gotta send Bryce Young to McDonald's. Bryce Young gotta be making burgers. He does not deserve to be on an NFL field. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Peace out. Bye bye. Mwah.